Well, kia ora te whānau and welcome to the very first Wednesday night league here from North Harbour Stadium. For the next, several weeks, we're going to be having a double header for you here with the Auckland Rugby League competition. We're going to have one Fox Memorial Premiership game in the men's, and then we'll go to a women's league match as well. And I think the plan is to mix them up through the season as well. The women's first, then the men's. But tonight we're starting off with Point Chev against Glenora. Great way to start the season because this is a rematch of last year's grand final, which was an epic game, won just by Point Chev, 14 points to 12, and that game was a ripper and completed an unbeaten season for the Point Chev Pirates, and here they go again looking to defend their title. So here are the 12 teams that will be competing for the Fox Memorial Premiership this year. Point Chev Bay, Roskilde, Marist, Otahuhu, Manukau, Richmond, Papakura, who have picked up some players. They're going to be a team to watch this year. Te Aratu, Mangere East, Mount Albert, Glenora, and the Howick Hornets. So that's where we are with the 12 teams. Looking forward to seeing them all in action as we go through the season. Here are the lineups today in the Point Chev Pirates. Very settled lineup, but a few new faces. Freedom Va'akolo, number 3, a former Highlanders Super Rugby player, has come over to Rugby League and will be playing his 4th game of the season today. A couple of other new players. Amaramo Solomona is back from Richmond to play for this club. Fred Muller as well has come up from Otahuhu to play for Point Chev. And there's a couple of Warriors SG ball players on the bench as well. Now, the Glenora team is a lot different, although there is one big name there. Kevin Locke has transferred from Northcote just the weekend and will be playing the rest of the season for the Glenora Bears. Chaz Brown is back again, the big centre. Philip Kingy, very experienced halfback, is there again. Tolson Kidd, a Warriors New South Wales Cup player from 2015. And Mosesi Whaiamani, number 12, has played 3 games for the Warriors New South Wales Cup team this season. So he's been in excellent form. All right, just before we hear from the 2 coaches, before the start, let's hear from the 2 captains as we introduce you to the 2023 season.
Hello, my name is Dre. I'm from the Glenora Bears, and my current position is lock. Why did I choose Glenora is because I recently moved out here about 4 years ago, and I've stuck with them throughout those 4 years. Strong club, known club. I want to win with the club. The culture is lovely. That's another reason why I want to stay. Culture, everyone's involved. There's a lot of community. If you ever come down to one of our games, big crowd. Atmosphere is good, makes you want to play.
My name's Francis Ledger and I play for Point Chev Pirates. I've been at Point Chev for a couple of years now. I went there because of family, and I enjoy the club just because of the culture and just what the club brings, it gives to us boys. I think there's going to be a big target on our team this year. I know that last year we won last year, but again it's always a new season, so new season brings new challenges and new hurdles.
Yeah, Francis Ledger, just been there a couple of years. Pull the other one there, Francis. All right, we'll get to Charlotte Scanlon, who's with me in just a moment. But first of all, let's hear from the 2 coaches. And they're 2 new coaches coaching both 2 teams this year. And first up, we've got Maile Hufanga from the Point Chev Pirates.
It's been a long pre-season for Point Chev. How are you guys tracking, and how do you feel you're going to go today?
The boys have trained really well in the off-season. I think they've done the hard work. We've had the grading rounds, and I think they're just excited to get up for round 1. Obviously, it's always going to be a tough game against Glenora, so I don't expect anything less today.
What have you guys been focusing on at training that's going to help you get away with the win today?
I think all teams, we know that I think every team can attack, but I think defensively that's what's going to win us games, especially in this weather. We expect it's going to be a middles game, but defense is probably the most important part today.
And who do you think are the key matchups? Who are you looking out for from Glenora?
They've got a few experienced boys. We've got obviously Chaz Brown coming up against Francis Ledger. There'll be a tough matchup. We've got Kevin Locke at the back. Obviously, we sort of know how he plays, but they got experience right across the park, so we can't really single out anyone specifically. So it'll be a tough game.
So it's been a really long pre-season for everyone here in Tamaki Makaurau. How are you feeling about today's game?
Oh, look, no, we're excited. when this concept was brought about, for us, it's awesome for the playing group and also for the local game as well. So, look, apart from the weather tonight, hey, it is what it is. Just got to get it there and play some footy.
Exactly, the weather's the same for both teams, right? What do you think are the key factors going into today's game and how you're going to come away with that victory?
Oh, look, I think it's going to come down to the team that does those basics really, really well. And whoever ends up, at the right end of the field when it comes to, putting points on, I think they'll go close to, getting the 2 points tonight.
Nice. Being a long season this year, how are you as a coach going to manage the team and getting you through the whole season?
Oh gosh, I mean, if you're in, we've been in, we've just had a horrendous run of injuries. I know it's part of our game, but right up to now, I think we've put in like 15 boys into the jersey for the first time at this level. So, as a group, hey, that's always a win. So, we know where we're going to be in about 2-3 weeks' time with boys coming back. But as growing, we're going in a good place at the moment. Yeah.
All right, we thank the coaches for having a chat to us. Fale Sua, and it was Sioli Makaui for the Point Chev Pirates. He's just retired and has gone into coaching. And here we are. We're underway now here at North Harbour Stadium, this round one action here in the Fox Memorial. Thank you for joining us here on Wednesday Night League. If you're watching this competition for the first time, Glenora in the blue and it's Point Chev in their traditional green strips. And straight away, it's the Glenora Bears under pressure, but they're looking to play some football as they look to spread it. Good tackle coming in there by Fred Muller, who just finished off that run from Robbie Nathan. So, Charlotte Scanlon, a big welcome to you two, double international. Nice to have you along. And you're looking forward to the season?
Yeah, I'm really, really excited to be able to watch a little bit and help coach, hopefully.
Yeah, indeed. All right, there's the kick from Ioka. And you can see the breeze. It's holding up in the breeze. The breeze, it's quite strong weather. Oh, and it's been picked up by Point Chev. Oli Tuamavave knocked the ball on there. But in the end, the referees ruled that he didn't play at the ball. So Point Chev will get possession. And Ledger's got it. So Point Chev got the wind behind him. And it's a strong wind behind them in this first half. It's been a wet day in Auckland again today. But thankfully, the rain has held off. In fact, it's just misty drizzle at the moment as the Pirates get their first possession through Tuamavave. And now it is White, second season at the club, former Bay Roskill player, big rangy back rower, very experienced player in the centres as well, but he started off in the second row this season as Ledger plays half. There's a good shot there on Passene. Sixth season at the Point Chev Pirates now, a big nuggety winger. And now here comes Eddie Paeliki. Experienced prop. Had some time at the Seagulls many years ago playing in the NYC competition. There goes the kick from Inu. And there's an example, Charlotte, of the wind. It's taken it beyond the dead ball line. It's going all the way back to the 20 for a 7-tackle set.
Yeah, I think both teams need to adjust the way that they're kicking at the moment. As you saw at the beginning, Glenora done a bit of a high kick. I think a long driving kick is the way to go when they're playing against the wind. And vice versa for Point Chev. They need to really just put it up there and let the wind just hold on to it.
So both teams coming into the Fox Memorial this year having played their 3 qualifying games. 16 clubs were involved in that qualifying competition, but 12 getting the spots. And Point Chev have won all 3 of their games. Pushed closest by the Manukau Magpies, 24 points to 12. Glenora have actually lost 2 of their 3 games. But as we heard from Coach Sua in the start of play, we've had a lot of injuries. Isam Orka's not playing today. Elam Payne, John Paul Whitehall not playing either. And here's a good charge at the line, or the up the field by Vakai. So the Bears inside the 30 here. And now Shane Hannum, very experienced player. Played in the grand final last year. Not too many survivors from that grand final winning or losing team, rather. And that was the pass back from Tuare. And now Locke handling the ball for the first time. Out it goes to Davis. Good defence by the Pirates. Faha Akolo over there making the tackle. The last play now for the Bears. Standing quite flat as Ioka makes the kick. And it's back to Tuamavave. He's fielded it 5 metres out. So the Bears would love to force an error from the Point Chev Pirates, and that's a good tackle right there on Vaha Akolo. And that defence will need to be pinpoint all the way through the game from the Bears as Point Chev come away through Pat Sipley, going around for another year as Sipley.
He's been around a while and still does his job extremely well.
He does indeed. Sipley's been played off the interchange in the 3 qualifiers, but he's got the start today. Ooh, good initial contact by Phil Kingy, another very experienced player. Good to see him still playing. I don't even want to know how old he is at the moment. And there's the kick coming from Tavita. And again, it might be a bit too strong, and it is. So that win behind Point Chev is going to be an interesting challenge for the kickers in this game.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be very happy with the way they finished both of those sets, especially the way they've rolled up the field. They've done their job. They just need to put the icing on the cake.
Here's Brown. Always a hard man to tackle. Fiery character too. As you can see, he is in the thick of it as always, Chaz Brown. Which is really cool. He's good mates with a lot of these Point Chev players as well. Good solid hit there from Sipley. That was nice. That sent Tolson Caird backwards at a great rate of knots. Nathan again. And he's chased down 5 metres inside his own half. Kingy at dummy half. Kadia Yoka missing his brother today as Brown gets another touch. He'll always be up for the challenge as we see Fire Money get it back out. And now here comes the Bears again to settle it down. A good tackle from Ledger. Pascoe waits at dummy half for the Bears. That's a nice shift there from Ture. And the kick's bouncing. Oh, it's been pretty kind there for the Bears. And Tuamavavi in the end has to concede the line dropout. Well, stroke of luck there for the Bears.
Yeah, definitely. And just shows you how important a good kick is. I think, though, you can actually see how the style of play from both teams has been a bit different. Point Chev rolling up the field with quite a lot of speed. Glenora are happy to shift that ball left to right.
So, Point Chev under the pump a little bit here to start the game. But they'll get good distance from this kick. But it's well fielded, good positioning there from Ture. He's made a strong start to the game as we see Tolson Caird come back again. Didn't play the first 3 qualifiers, but Caird out there, and he's asking for the referee for a bit of pressure on the neck there as Robbie Nathan comes forward now. Versatile player. Play on the edge or in the middle. Kingy, good ruck speed here for the Bears. They made a pretty decent start. Here's Yorka, gives it out to Locke. Looking to unload Davis on that right flank, but a good tackle by Solomona on that left wing side for the Pirates. Here's Cartier Yorka once again. Kingy looking to go short side again. The kick, oh, just a little bit too far, and Solomona caught it comfortably in the end for the Pirates. It could be dangerous from the 7 tackle set here now, Charlotte.
Yeah, definitely. I thought Glenora's shape just then attacking the line was really good. I just think they need to run with a bit more intent. Just didn't quite finish off with a kick, but Point Chev get a little bit of a breather now.
Well, they have lost a ton of experience. The Glenora Bears, Daniel Rielu Buchanan, who's been a fixture in this team for a long time. He's moved back to Wellington, Charlotte. And we've had Chase Bernard, another fixture as well in this Glenora Bears, over in France now. So they've lost a bit of experience, and Isam Nwaka, his brother, Cartier's brother, is now playing in the Queensland Cup over in Australia. Mind you, the Pirates too have lost a couple to the Australian system. Brody Tamarua is one of those. He's playing over at Wynnum Manly now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I think that's an awesome opportunity for some of these young boys to get moved up into this Premier side. And I think as the season goes along, you're going to see the teams like the Bears, who, as you heard, have a great culture, really improve throughout the season.
Well, I think once they get their full players back on deck, I think they're going to be competitive. Nice hands there from Inu. Oh, Brown almost picked up the ball. Reckons there's been a slight knock on, and there is Chaz Brown giving it to Ledger. In fact, giving it to Va'akolo.
Showing all his experience there in the centres. Oh, don't know what happened then.
Well, in the end, they still haven't. This is a good run by White. He had a very good season for the Pirates last year, Matthew White. Debut for Akarana too. Now there goes the spiral bomb, but again, Locke is going back. He looked rather casual there, and he got it comfortably in the end.
Just a little bobble, but nothing he seems to be faced with.
Yeah, big move for him over from the Northcote Tigers. Good to see him still playing those 33 now. Nice little late pass to Fire Money again. 3 games he's played for the Warriors in the New South Wales Cup team this season. Good to see him getting a chance. Oh, they came up very fast. Good tackle from Ledger. Not much Tuare could do with that one. This is a good defensive set from the Pirates, as Hannum looks to run more directly that time.
Point Chev are doing really well in their tackle tech. Little sneaky.
Sneaky little kick there from Locke. And in the end, he chased through on Sipley, but Sipley was back there, the big fella.
A very risky play this early on in the game. Definitely not playing territory as old Kevin Locke.
Well, I think he wants to create a bit of uncertainty in that defence. Got close to it there, just didn't get the bounces. Solomona. 8 games last year on the wing, playing in the grand final, of course, as several of these players did now. Eddie Pailiki down to the 20 now. So Point Chev could be in scoring position here in this set. Inu back on the inside shoulder goes Rapera. Good post meters made by Rapera. Experienced player himself. Tavita at dummy half. And he's just going to have a dab, but he's short. Good tackle by Locke and a couple of others. And in the end, that's a handover. Oh, they didn't nudge through the kick, but Tavita, the eyes lit up when the line was right there.
As every good hooker does. Pat seems to be in a bit of pain there. Hopefully he's feeling all right.
Now that knee strapped. Hopefully he's okay. He's in there trying to make an error now. As we see Devlin come forward now for the Bears. One of their new players in the centres this year. That's a good run. Good run by Pascoe, yes. Former Counties rugby player. There's a bit of talk about Jesse Pascoe making a bit of an impact this year in the Fox Memorial. We'll see if that unfolds. And there's a penalty for the Bears. Perfect time to get a penalty as they came out there. Couple of excellent runs there by them. And they get the penalty off the back of it.
A really good run from Jesse. I'm excited to see how he goes and to have a partner like Abigail Roach helping coach, hopefully, him as she plays for the Kiwi Ferns. She might be able to give him a few tips as a convert herself.
Absolutely. Yeah, Pascal, former halfback for De La Salle in rugby, but here he is playing for the Bears. And here's Robbie Nathan. I like to look at Robbie Nathan. He's going all right in this game so far in these first 12 minutes. Couple of good, strong carries. Ooh, ducking under a high tackle there was Caird. And another penalty for the Bears. Just drifting up a little high there. Quite see who in fact, it was Matt White. So, Caird getting the penalty for the Bears. Wow, not
I always find those ones a bit unlucky. Poor Pat, they were just slipping under that tackle. It was a bit of a slip and you just make contact with a bit higher, but you know, hopefully that defensive line comes up nice and strong.
Here comes Nathan again. They haven't been driving him backward with too much ferocity yet, the Pirates players. Let's see if what they can cook up here. Yorka gives it to Locke. Locke would love to wind back the clock. Former Kiwis international, of course. They go on the short side. Nice option. Now Brown might fancy himself here. Good tackle there by Solomona on Hemi Davis. Now, Chaz Brown will be disappointed with the result there, but it's probably worth a crack on the short side.
Yeah, they were definitely a bit slow coming back defensively. It's a bit slippery out there, so maybe staying a little bit away from that sideline, knowing that you're kind of going to slide over it. It's good to see Kevin Locke getting involved in a lot of the shift plays. definitely putting his hand up, wanting to have a run.
Well, it's been an encouraging start for them. No points. They've probably had the better of the game so far. Now Ledger looking to settle it down. Tavita at dummy half. And now is Parsenia taking a run for the Pirates, coming off the right wing side. Buckets of tries last year, Parsenia. Now to Pera on the 40 for the Pirates. Looking for that penalty, not getting it that time. Tavita outside the 40. And again, I wonder about the distance. Oh, it's just too long. Wow, that was a close call, Charlotte.
Yeah, he's getting closer and closer. I think the next one he might actually nail it. Jesse just using all of his experience within contact sport and just letting it roll out.
Yeah, he did well there, Pasco. Looked pretty casual about it too, didn't he? Even though it was pretty close and here he is taking the first carry. Here he's got good speed.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be good to see him in a bit more space. They seem to kind of shift to the right a bit. We'll see if they can shift to the left.
Kingy. This is Shane Hannum again. He's got blue blood, that man. Been at this club for a long time now. Here's Iorka looking to get Brown on a bit of a one-on-one situation. He's a tough man. He's very strong in the upper body, is Chaz Brown. Iorka again. Now Locke. Probably didn't get the distance on it he would have liked, but the bounce could be interesting here. Parsenia did well there. Parsenia. Oh, and he beat a couple more too. This is a great run. Siapo Parsenia. Ledger at dummy half. Now to Pailiki. Taken by Firemoney. They're 30 out, the Pirates. Still no score in this game. 16 minutes played now. And out it comes now to Vaha Akolo. He's on the 20. And Inu waits at dummy half. There's Tavita standing at first receiver. Pailiki gets the ball back again. Lock up there making a tackle for the Bears. Sipley running onto that one. Here comes Big Stat Sipley. And he's too big and strong. And Sipley goes over to score the try. He is a try scoring machine. He got 2 against Pakuranga 3 weeks ago. And there goes his 3rd try for the season.
Just showing all of his experience there. His line running into that was superb. The hooker jumping out just holds off that marker defence and makes it a nice, easy, well, it ended up being a 2-on-1, but as you can see here, marker just has to hold for a second. Sipley just jumps in behind. Poor Kevin Locke tries to have a go, but as you can see, Pat Sipley's a big human, so it's hard to stop him that close to the line.
Yeah, he's a beast, Pat Sipley. Now, a couple of years ago, he was the top try scorer for the Pirates right through the season.
You don't hear many props or medals doing that.
No, indeed. In fact, he wasn't just the top try scorer for his club. He was the top try scorer in the whole championship. Now, here's Ledger with a conversion attempt. That's nice and simple for him to start the day. So 6 points to 0. 2 point Chev.
I think that was a good arm wrestle to start the game. I think the Bears can just control the tempo a little bit more when it comes to playing on what end of the field do they want to play in. I think with that high kick there from Kevin Locke, they kind of let them into the game, let them into their own area and gave them that try-scoring opportunity.
All started from Parseni's run.
What a beautiful run was that.
Yeah.
So 6 defenders he bet. Footwork, bumpers, played quick.
Absolutely. Well, I hope you're enjoying the Wednesday Night League here. Kia ora to you if you're just watching these two clubs for the first time. You're watching a rematch of the 2022 Fox Memorial Grand Final between last year's winners Point Chev. And there's a penalty they get from the referee for all those Glenora Bears players running through.
Just taking them in the air. Missing that, getting a bit excited, I think, there.
course, we've got a trophy on the line too tonight as well. The Stormont Shield is up for the winner here, and it's presented to the winner of the game from the grand final replay. So that's what's at stake today. Bill Stormont, that was named after him. He's a World War I veteran, played for Maris Club and the Kiwis back in the day. So great. I just think it's a great idea to start the season with a rematch of last year's final. I reckon the NRL should do that as well, Charlotte. That would be amazing, but doesn't seem to happen in that competition. Anyway, let's get on with this with Rapira. Good offload from him. And now here's Sipley, the try scorer. Not much room for him to wind up on that occasion. A good tackle coming in from Robbie Nathan. Tavita at dummy half. Looking for some space down the right edge. This time goes Muller. Matt White waits at dummy half. And here's Sipley to set it up again in front of the post, or he might have a charge for the line again. Gee, he got close, didn't he? The try line is right there. 4-point Chev, who are starting to get on top. Oh, clever kick. But I reckon Locke might have got it. Oh, hang on, they're going to award the try. Well, that was a close call. In the end, the try has been given, so the Pirates are going to take a 10-point lead. What a clever kick there from Tavita.
Yeah, I don't think the Bears saw that coming, and I definitely didn't see that coming. I think that was an awesome choice there, and obviously any kick is only as good as its chasers.
Oh, did he drop it? Oh, gee, that's a 50-50 call. Look, Locke gets convinced that he got there first. Well, we can't see because of the upright there, but the try has been awarded. Just trying to see who flew through and scored that try. That might have been Rapira. Well, he was definitely onside. Anyway, the try's been given. So Ledger has got, again, a very simple conversion attempt here from in front of the posts.
Nice and easy for him with all his experience.
So 12 points to nil is the score. Bears unlucky there. Locke going for the short kickoff. Has gone the 10 metres and they've got it back. Yorker, perfect.
That was beautiful. You don't see those very often this early on in a game.
Well, what can the Bears make of this? Kingy on the short side. Charging into the line goes Vakai. Abraham Vakai. 15 metres out. Well, the Bears have been in this position of the field for 3 or 4 occasions now. Hannum's going to give it a spin this time, and Toure's coming back on the inside. Here's Nathan again. Penalty here for the Bears. So they're going to get more possession. Another opportunity for them to push forward here. Here the Bears again. Kingy gives it to Yorker. Almost through. Was he tripped there? Referee says he wasn't. Sipley was in there. Just got him. Yeah, maybe a little unlucky there, Glenora. Locke. Toure. Wearing the 9 jersey. Looking to get between 2 defence. Good spot tackle from Francis Ledger, though. Ride them to the ground. Now Locke seizing an opportunity on the left-hand side here. The Bears are going close here. There's the line right there. Wonderful tackle to keep him out. And Devlin, it was going very close. Kingy. Here's Nathan again. A lot of green jumpers there. As we've seen many games in the past, Point Chev have a lot of pride on their defence. There's Locke's kick. Not much of a chase there, but in the end, the weight of the kick is good. So it's going to be a line dropout for the Pirates.
A great result for them there, getting a repeated set. I think this is exactly where they need to be playing the footy. It's good to see them attacking that left edge. I think they're starting to see there's a bit more space opening up out there.
Yeah, that's right. Well, they almost got through, didn't they? And here's Nathan. He's been in the thick of it, hasn't he?
He has. He's been doing a lot of work. Lots of hit-ups for him.
Here comes Caird. They're right on the 10 again here. The Bears. That's Kevin Locke again. Oh, he bounces out of a couple of tackles. Mike can create some space here for Caird again. Oh, he's dropped it. That's unlucky. And Ledger's picked it up. But the referee's ruled a strip. So it's going to be more possession for Glenora.
I think this is really going to test the Point Chev defence. This is their third set now for the Bears.
Well, Kingy looking to maybe execute something here. Kids lost it again, and this time it's no strip. Oh, that's unfortunate. And Muller has got it for Point Chev. And now White as they come off their line. Here's Pasine. Made that terrific run earlier. Bears handle him nicely this time. Tackled by Whaiamane. Oh, penalty though. Lots of penalties coming from the referee's whistle at the moment.
Yeah, Marker just pushing, not really creating that space for himself to get around. Really need to keep that ruck nice and clean.
So 2 tries in the game so far with 15 minutes to play. Sipley and Tiava Sue was the other try scorer for Point Chev. And now here comes Freedom Vahaakolo. Oh, he's lost it. And referee says that was a loose carry. So here comes the Bears.
I think both teams will be disappointed with their first hit-ups just then. Obviously, a bit of fatigue will be setting in with 14 minutes to go of the first half. Settling down a bit, playing some good footy, and letting those subs come on and do their job.
Oh, Brown's lost it out the back door. Oh, and then confusion between Davis and Locke. So in the end, Point Chev are going to get possession here. Oh, hang on. So you want to come forward off a Point Chev player there, Charlotte.
Yeah. I think that call came in from the touchy as well.
Well, it's a interesting time in this game. Glenora have been all effort so far, but no reward on the scoreboard. They've just got to keep plugging away, Charlotte, don't they?
Yeah, and I think it's one of those games that if you just stay in the grind, stay in the fight, that anything can happen. Wet weather footy, you don't know who's going to break first.
Shane Hannum. So back go Point Chev on defence again. Here's Nathan. He's hit hard by Matt White. Good tackle by White on that occasion. Kingy gives it to a new player onto the field, Logan Matamu. First game of the season for him. Kingy, good hands from Ioka. Here's Brown again. Brown almost loses his shorts. Great little pass back to Whaiamane. And referee, I think, is going to want another penalty. Well, I think that right edge with Brown and Whaiamane going to be dangerous for the Bears in this game. Certainly been dominating possession too, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Brown's such a powerful runner, but he's quite deceptive as well. Very elusive.
Well, you've got to hand it to Point Chev not to concede any points in the game so far.
Tough tackle
there. That was
there.
a tough tackle for Matamu. A big hit on him as Hannum gives it out to Tuare. Nice hands. Devlin hit hard by Pasene. Tuare. Here's a change of direction by Craig Ngatia, who's out there now. Good fast play, the ball too. There's the kick from Locke. There's space there as he waited that one.
Not a bad option at all.
And Kanya Yoka was flying through there. Point Chev won a...
Yep.
I reckon the referee's got that one right. Looks like it's come off a Point Chev player backwards.
The Bears are really favouring a diamond shape, which has one player on the inside and on the outside, as well as a backdoor option. I think defensively it's really hard to try and cover. And as you can see, just a bit of a sleight of hand and you get that pass away and create that opportunity.
Well, let's see what Tavita can do here. It's gone short. And Brown's got it for the Bears.
He's happy to play it nice and slow there. Take a minute.
Davis with the run. Hemi Davis. Yoka. And now it's back to Matamu, who was hit hard on that last tackle. Thump to the turf. Can the Bears execute something here? Basru creates some uncertainty. Short ball this time, but he's closed up. Great positioning on defence again by Francis Ledger. He knows how to defend in that position. There's the error, and Point Chev again survive. Daniel Smith has it. Off the interchange, the Akarana captain from the NZRL 20s. Good run there from Ledger. Fast play the ball too, and here comes Tuamavave. He can bust any defence in this competition. Tuamavave. This is where Point Chev can be very dangerous on the counter.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to see Ollie get involved a little bit more, but Point Chev are rolling down the field nicely. Their forwards and their backs both getting involved. Bears are just wanting to play a bit more shape. I don't know if that works in this weather or if it's going to open up later on in the game.
Tiava'a Sue with that run. He got the second try. There goes the kick from Dylan Tavita. Almost brilliantly taken there by Davis, but it's still here for Point Chev. It's Vahakolo who's going to go over and score. Freedom Vahakolo. Well, hang on. Has the referee blown his whistle in back play?
He's got a knock on there.
I think he might have. Vahakolo very close to scoring another try this season. Let's have a look at this from Tavita. It's definitely knocked on by Davis. Maybe it's a forward pass there. What do you reckon, Charlotte?
Yeah, it's very marginal, but the ref was in a better spot than I am.
Yeah, I reckon you're right. I reckon it was just slightly forward, so he's going back to the first infringement. What a great attacking opportunity here for Point Chev. 15 metres out, full set of 6. This is going to take some defending by the Bears. They're attacking on the short side and straight into the Solomona. Good solid tackle there from Yoka, who did really well to ride that player to the deck. Now here's Rapira, taken by his opposite number, Hannum. Jazz Brown in there making a nuisance of himself again.
Giving him a little pat for his efforts.
Nice drive. And Brown in again. Try to be aggressive. On Tiava'a Sue. Here's a lock on close to the line by Rapira as the rain really starts chucking down again here at North Harbour Stadium. Tough conditions for this game, but the standard's been pretty decent.
It has been. It's been really good. Both playing footy, different styles of footy, but happy to be moving that ball around, getting those offloads in. I think as the rain starts coming down, just having to soften up those hands and soften up that pass.
Yeah, there's a greater example of how heavy that rain is right now. Glenora playing into the wind in the first half. Well, the ball security is going to be absolutely critical here as they really have to get to their kick. Keanu Devlin playing the ball. Here's Pascoe. No space for him there. White's made some big tackles so far in the second row. That's a hard carry from Shane Hannum. Kingy. And here comes Ngatia for the Bears. Yoka back on the inside. Good shot there on him from Matamu. And referee is going to call play back for an error. Point Chev fans demanding the call.
And I'm sure they wouldn't have it any other way. But Point Chev then defensively getting off the line, playing with speed and aggression, really smothering the Bears down in their own half. I think was it their fourth tackle, and they were on the 30. They only made it to the 30. I think just playing faster, more direct footy at this end of the field will really help the Bears.
Again, it must have been a forward pass. Now, the referee's just had a chat with his touchy. It's going to be a Point Chev feed. Well, critical here, the Bears can hold on here. If they could just go 12-0 down, turn around and play with the wind in the second half. So defensively, they're going to have to own up, and that's good. Good first contact there from Hannum. Here's a little dart from Smith. He's lost it, Daniel Smith. Now a chance for the Bears. So they've lured the error out of Point Chev. Hemi running onto that one.
Oof.
And hit hard was Matamu again.
Arms, I'm thinking.
In fact, it was Fiamani with that carry, and yeah, no arms tackle. Could easily be a referee, Charlotte. Mind you, it's easy from up here, isn't it? Looking down on everything.
Yeah, I don't think I have the lungs for that anymore.
Nah. Well, Yoka's having a solid game. Key man for this Glenora Bears team, such a young age. Akarana player from last year. And he's organising this team as Hannum brings it into the centre of the field. 5 minutes left in this first half. Just the 2 tries in the game so far. And here's the big body of Craig Ngatia again. Kingy, 2 at A. He has been taking some treatment, hasn't he? Logan Matamu. Got to tell you what, he's bouncing out of all of these tackles. These heavy tackles that he's taking. Now Fiamani.
He doesn't seem fazed by it at all, does he? He just gets up, gets on with his job, and puts his hand up again.
Ooh, little play the ball.
That.
Yeah, it didn't look like a correct play the ball. Again, the Point Chev supporters didn't miss that. As we see 2 at A, play the ball. Lock. Now Yorka looking to play some football as Chaz Brown. Good hands from Hemi. He's run out of real estate, has he? No support. He's right there. The corner flag is there. And in the end, Solomona has it for Point Chev. Well, the Bears come close again, and look at their defence. It's as keen as it was at the start of the game. They would love an error right now. Some hard meters about to be made here by Point Chev as Tuamavavi takes the next carry. Good carry from Rapira. He's from good rugby league stock, isn't he? Cousin of Sam, of course, and there's a kick early in the count. Probably not a bad tactic, and it's an excellent kick. It split those 2 defenders back there. So going back is Kevin Locke. Locke returning the football, but the chase was good from Muller and from Ledger. Devlin. Now Pascoe, good footwork from Jesse Pascoe. Bending a few tackles and then he just drops it. Undid it was hard work there, Jesse Pascoe.
Showing what he can do, though, which is exciting when you have a convert like that. You have all the potential in the world, just understanding the game, understanding your limitations, and when you need to hold on to that ball extra tight.
Yeah, indeed. Well, it's a cake of soap out there with that rain coming in again.
I think Point Chev were really clever, showed their footy IQ just then with playing it nice and early, kicking it deep, and putting on a good chase.
Hannum's been pinked for a high tackle there. Three minutes left until half time. This one's right in the middle of the field. So Tavita. Here comes Faha Akolo, running straight at Chaz Brown. Another try now would be gold for Point Chev, but Faha Akolo just couldn't settle for the play the ball. So it's going to be Glenora who have got the scrum feed.
It's always a close call when you have the markers crowding that ruck as you're trying to play the ball. But what you can do as a player is just take a step back and play where you need to play. They had the field position and just needed to hold on to that ball.
Hemi Davis hit hard there for the Bears. 90 seconds to go until half time. Locke plays dummy half. Inu and Muller making the tackle there for Point Chev. Here's Pascoe again. Good little dart. Oh, he's fallen awkwardly there, has he? Got an ankle problem maybe. Hope he's all right. Pascoe can run it off. Looks okay. He's moving okay. Here's Hannum again. Had a very good first half, Shane Hannum. But he doesn't play badly often, does Hannum. Locke. Kicking early in the count. All the way back to Solomona. Good chase here.
Great chase.
Tuare. Yeah, really good.
Point Chev knowing what the time is on that clock, really slowing it down, ready for half time, I think.
Here's Tuamavave. Doesn't look like they're keen to play any risky football, but you know, this is Point Chev we're talking about here. They might flick the switch at any time. Here's Pasene. 20 seconds to go in this first half. And there's the drop ball. Kingy is not going to be able to pick it up, and that will probably do it for the first 40 minutes. Been an error-ridden last 15 or so minutes, hasn't it, Charlotte? As this weather really takes hold.
Yeah, I think the weather's not helping, and a bit of fatigue is setting in for the boys.
So that is it for half-time here in this first of our Wednesday Night League double-header here at North Harbour Stadium. Later we're going to have Manurewa playing Mount Albert in a women's Premiership match. But right now in the grand final rematch from last year at half-time, it is Point Chev leading the Glenora Bears by 12 points to 0.
Hello, my name is Dre.
Kia ora, my name's Tutiri Maipi.
My name's Johnny.
Connor Toto Purcell. Telephone, my name is Morgan.
My name's Francis Ledger.
Hi there, my name is Justice Leo 7. I play for the Bear Rascal Vikings.
I'm from the Glenora Bears.
Otahu Leopards.
Or Point Chev Pirates.
Mega East Hawks. Te Atasu Roosters.
I play for the Marsh Saints.
Why did I choose Glenora? Is because I recently moved out here about 4 years ago, and I've stuck with them throughout those 4 years. Strong club, known club. I want to win with the club, and that's most of the reasons why. The culture is lovely. Yeah, that's another reason why I like to stay. Culture, everyone's involved. There's a lot of community. You ever come down to one of our games, yeah, big crowd. Atmosphere is good. Makes you want to play.
It's a real family-orientated club where we've got little brothers and little cousins that all kind of related together. We all play, obviously, for the Bay, and then also most of us go to the same church fellowship together as well. So yeah, it's a real kind of family environment. So yeah,
I think it's just a culture and the people that we represent, and a lot of youth as well.
I love the passion and the pride that we play with. Yeah.
Probably the family vibes. I'm third generation at Otahu, so just love the family environment of the club.
I've been there since my junior grades, been there all my life, and yeah, now it's just home, and I'm born and bred to Aratu, so yeah, now that's what keeps me going.
I've been at Point Chev for a couple of years now. I went there because of family, and I enjoy the club just because of the culture and just what the club brings. It gives to us boys.
Well, nā mai hoka mai. Welcome back to North Harbour Stadium. It's half-time here in the first of our Wednesday night league matches. Rematch of the Fox Premiership final from last year, and it's Point Chev leading Glenora by 12 points to 0. Just 2 tries in the first half, and Point Chev, Charlotte Scanlon, struggling to get decent amounts of possession. But when they got it, particularly in the first 20 minutes of the game, they really made it count, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They showed all their experience down that end of the field, and that's what good teams do. They don't need much. They just need to be in the right place at the right time. And as you can see, Pat showing all his experience and just crossing over, making it look super easy. But that comes with years and years of practice.
Yeah, lovely little pass there from Tavita, just creating the momentum to allow Slippery to run onto that pass and crash over. Converted by Ledger, so that was 6 points to 0. And then this try, well, is a little controversial to say the least. First of all, was this a kick or was it a drop ball? And then did Kevin Locke force the ball before Tuiava Asui came through to score the try? A tight call, this one. So, yeah, in the end, the referee was right there, as you could see, and he awarded the try to Tuiava Asui for Point Chev, which again was converted by Francis Ledger. So that's where we are, 12 points to 0, but it's going to be interesting now, Charlotte, with the wind behind the Bears in the second half.
Yeah, as you could see at the beginning, no one really adjusted well to the wind factor, so it'll be interesting coming out into the second half to see kind of which kicker comes out and understands the game and understands where the wind's coming from. Indeed,
and you can see their possession being dominated. Well, possession's in favour of Glenora, let's say it that way, at half-time. So it'll be interesting to see where that stat heads in the second half, but the completion rate from the Pirates is good at 85%. Well, last season, the ARL caught up with their very own Rochelle Tamarua, who referees at international, NRLW, NZRL and Auckland levels, and is driving the direction of our local referees.
When you get on that field, you walk out with confidence, with your shoulders held back. You wear your jersey with pride. You blow your whistle confidently. Everyone on the sideline knows exactly who you are. I'm Rochelle Tamarua. I am the Referees Development Officer at Auckland Rugby League. I deliver programs in our clubs, workshops as well, to help develop upskill and nurture our referees in the minimal grades. Myself, I referee the top side, which is our Fox football. You'll see the passion that I have for not only rugby league, but for refereeing.
Yeah, it's going good. He's doing a really good job. He's letting the game flow. The kids are responding really well.
The biggest communication, believe it or not, is a whistle. I have my whistle right next to me in my handbag. It's always there, yeah. The louder and the more powerful you blow your whistle, the more respect that you get from not only the players, but the coaches and the spectators, because they know what's going on. Their spectators, their supporters are, they're the heart of the club too. I get along really well with all the clubs. All 32 clubs in Auckland. That's all my affiliations, so that's Auckland Rugby League. You know, we're not separate. We're not a referee and you're not just players. We come together and we work as one. Anyone can referee. You need a level of mental toughness and you've got to have the passion, obviously. We've got younger female that are joining and we've got our elders that are still refereeing the game for our kids, and so we bring them together. I'm going to make sure that I carry on until I can't no more. It's my passion. This is my dream. Yeah, I'm living it right now. Full time.
Yeah, the rain's pouring here at North Harbour Stadium. Great to see Rochelle Tamarua contributing like she does to our great sport. Got to tell you too about our whare, our whānau, our way, a new ARL initiative set up to promote positive and supportive behaviour in the club environment. Auckland Rugby League is one community and one whānau, and our behaviour should reflect that. Our whare, our whānau, our way. You can find out more about that initiative on the website aucklandleague.co.nz. Don't forget, we have another match coming this evening in the Women's Premiership. We're going to move to Sky Sports Select at 8 o'clock for that game, and that one's going to be between Mount Albert and Manurewa. Manurewa beaten last Saturday comfortably by the Otara Scorpions, who looked fantastic in that game. Mount Albert looking great on their return to the Women in League Premiership too, beating Otahu last week, Charlotte. This one should be quite interesting on many fronts. Can Mount Albert continue their good form from Saturday? And what are we going to get from Manurewa? We're going to get a much stronger performance today. I suggest we probably will, won't we?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think that they'll be happy with their performance in the weekend just been. And I think they would have been working on it in the short turnaround that they have had. There would have been some conversations about what they're going to do, about the mana in that jersey and about who they're representing on those sidelines. Mount Albert have got a new team pretty much on the sideline. I'm really excited to see Shanice out there on the number 12, ex-Richmond girl, strong runner, so it's good to see her back after her ACL injury, as well as Pamela McHardy coming in at number 10.
She played well on the weekend.
She's a great ball runner, so it's exciting to see her come into a more leadership role within Mount Albert and to kind of see how she's going to guide this team around. Yeah,
and there's a few Akarana 18s players that are stepping up tonight too in that Mount Albert team. So that one will be on Sky Sport Select. So if you want to watch that game, you need to switch from Sky Sport 4 to Sky Sport Select with that game coming up at 8 o'clock. But there's still 40 minutes left to play in this match here, round one of the Fox Memorial Premiership for 2023. Point Chev leading Glenora by 12 points to 0 in the rematch of last year's grand final, and I'll remember that game till I've got way more grey hair on my head than now, Charlotte. That was an epic game. It was right down to the wire, and there was nothing in that game last year, and see if we can get a repeat in the second half here.
Oh, that was a great arm wrestle, that game last year. I remember watching it as well and just seeing them go back and forth, and it was anybody's game, and I think the Bears can attest to that because they knew they were right in it. Point Chev knew they were right in it, and that's what we love about footy here in New Zealand. You just don't know who's going to come out on top.
Indeed, and Glenora don't have too many survivors from that team last year. Point Chev have several, but Glenora been rolling their sleeves up in this game here as the second half gets underway. They're playing with the wind, so it'll be interesting to see the two teams' tactics. Ripera with the first carry for Point Chev, and straight away this good aggressive defence from the Bears is continuing. Bit of gamesmanship to start the second half. And straight away, Daniel Smith hit hard again, the young back rower. Got big promise, has Daniel Smith in this game. Ball playing back rower. Tavita with that pass. Taken strongly there by Tia for the Bears. Good tackle from him. As he goes back into position now. Here's Rapira again. Matamu making a big shot there. The number 16 for Glenora. Here's Smith again. Good ruck speed from him that time. Ooh, wobbly old kick there. It's worked out nicely for the Bears. Devlin's got it. So they've got a full set inside Point Chev's half here. And here comes Pasco again, who's shown some good signs given he's in his first year of rugby league. Nathan. Oh, it's fallen out of his grasp there, and the referee's ruled it a loose carry.
Oh, I think he'll be disappointed with that one. They were getting a nice little roll on. Point Chev hadn't actually made it very far down the field. Would have been a perfect opportunity to score if they had completed their step.
Yeah, and it's been just hurting them a little bit, hasn't it?
It has the error rates. Hoping that now that it's not raining as heavily out there, that they can kind of hold on to the ball and settle into the game.
So Muller with the feed for the Pirates, and here comes Tuamavave. Haven't really seen too many tackle busts, missed tackles in this game, have we?
No, the defensive effort has really shone through. I think you can see what both coaches have really been focusing on.
Siumanu now for the Pirates, one of the SG ball players the Warriors played through the season. He's out there now. He played all 9 games, mainly from the interchange. Tavita. And here comes Tiava'a Sue once again. Scored that try in the first half. Tavitu's, he's playing well, isn't he? His kicking game's been pretty solid. Back goes Locke. He's right on his own goal line here, but he got out of the field to play just.
I think his kicking game's been awesome, but also his pass selection. He's jumping out and really engaging those markers as well as passing off the deck. They've got good ruck plays going down the field as well, Point Chev.
Hard meters being made by the Bears again. Don't want any errors. So we see Davis. Oh, he's lost it. I just said no errors, and there's one right there. And here comes Rapira picking up the loose ball.
Commentator's curse.
Oh, and Brown's just tipped dangerously there, Rapira. And yes, that was a clear penalty. Referee Elliott's got that one spot on.
Both had a little giggle.
And Chaz Brown's just going to get a word by the referee here.
You can just see here that both teams are super passionate. Both teams really, really want to win. And nothing like a little bit of aggression coming out as long as it's in the right areas of the game.
Yeah, indeed. Well handled by the officials there, though, Charlotte.
Rochelle would be proud.
Well, let's see what Simanu here can do. Remember, he's only 18 years of age. Young player. Tavita. Short ball. Good option there by Point Chev. They're hunting their third try here. Very close to scoring there was Daniel Smith. Tavita has it down from dummy half. He's got there. Too strong. And Dylan Tavita's strong game so far has been rewarded with a try. It's 16-0.
Yeah, we were just talking about him and his option taking. Once again, showing his class, having a go.
Well, they've had some great hookers down through the years, mainly Tavita Latu and Makowi, who we saw in the pre-match. And with both those guys finally moving on, now Tavita, who was at the halfback position last year, goes over to score. He was a Junior Warriors player back in 2017. Jersey Fleck player in 2018. So he's had a pretty decent youth career, and here he is playing for the Pirates and scoring a try. Got 3 tries last week, 3 in the first game. He's got 8 tries already this season. And I suggest most of them would have been dabs from dummy half close to the line.
I'm guessing by the looks of that. He'll be happy with the start of his season. But any good hooker, you've got to stay in it for the whole game and see how he goes.
So here's Ledger. All of his attempts have been very handy to the post as he looks to go 3 from 3 on the evening. And he does. So 18-0 it is. Going to be hard now for the Bears to come back into this game. But they've been playing with good attitude, Glenora. They haven't dropped their heads. Fale Sua, the coach, new coach of the Bears, will be pleased so far, and he'll want that attitude to continue, won't he?
Yeah, definitely. He won't want the boys to drop off. It is early on in the season, and like we were talking about before, it's about blooding those players, those new players in, and giving them the game time to just really grow their experience.
Good kick-off. It was perfect. Wonderful length on that kick. So back comes Point Chev. Unbeaten season last year. I mean, terrific for a long, long time now in the Fox Memorial. Daniel Smith. There's Tavita, the try scorer. Good solid tackle coming in there. It was Hannum racing in there, looking to flick some damage. It's Muller and now White. Good leg drive. Tavita. Here's Smith again. Starting to feature nicely. Yakarana 20's captain. Tavita. It's the last play. Good kick pressure there. And that kick had really no depth on it. Comfortable carry and catch there for Kevin Locke.
Not a bad place to start their set on the 40.
Here's Pascoe taking a carry. Again, good work from him to free the arms and offload the tackle. Now here's Fiamani over the halfway line. Kingy. It might be Pascoe again. Good run from Jesse Pascoe. Yoka. This is better for the Bears. They've got a good roll on here. Fiamani down to the 20. And now Nathan. Last play now for Glenora. Good hands from Yoka. There goes the kick from Tuare. No real chase there, and they're making a mess of it, Point Chev. And it's going to be a line dropout. Just needed a chase there, the Bears, didn't they?
You really did. You saw a lot of Point Chev jerseys around, even though they couldn't seem to pick up the ball. But if the Bears were just hanging around a bit more, had a bit more effort in their chase, I think they would have been over.
Yeah, they've certainly created some chances in the game. The wind is still strong, and it's in the face now of the Pirates.
They'll be happy with this repeat set. Hopefully we see a bit more of that shape being thrown out.
Now, referee's just going to stop play. I think there's an injury on the far side. It could be Dylan Tavita. Just got a glimpse of him. Here he is here playing in the Grand Final last year at halfback, as I touched on earlier, and moving into the hooking role now. Oh, that kick hasn't gone 10. So that's going to be a Glenora penalty right out in front of the posts. Now, interesting tactic from Point Chev to go for these short kickoffs. Well, now, Glenora able to crack them here. Hannum, good short ball. Can they execute here? Yorker. Locke. And this is Hemi Davis. Didn't use Chaz Brown on that occasion. Lock. Here's for your money. Just taking a simple carry. Kingy. Yorker, they're lining up here. They're chasing through this time. Oh, did the hand get down there? From Tuare, I think he's going to referee. Yes, there's the try. Well, it must have only been the smallest of fingernails on it there, Charlotte, but the try is awarded.
And that's all you need. The ref was in a perfect position to see that. Oh, and he has sent someone.
He sent someone to the bin for back chat.
He did pre-warn them down the other end of the field.
Yeah, it looks like it's White.
Oh, no, White.
Yeah, Matt White's going to the sin bin.
Tough.
Well, let's have a look at the try again. I think Tuare was the player who flashed through to score it. Good kick from Yoka. Perfectly weighted in the end, wasn't it? And Jordan Tuare has been ruled to get that down and score the try for the Bears. So it's 18-4. And that's going to be interesting with a player in the bin, Charlotte.
Yeah, I think the Bears will take a lot of confidence after that try. And we were just talking about a kick chase, and I think after that first one, they were a bit more excited, realised they were in this game and chased a bit harder.
Indeed. Well, the kicks have actually been pretty good. But if the chase can be perfect, then that is really icing on the cake as the conversion goes through from Kevin Locke. So it's 18-6. Well, the Bears are finally on the board.
And plenty of time as well to turn this game around if they want to.
Well, and they've got the player advantage for the next 10 minutes. If they can pitch another try here, 18-12, it's all on again, isn't it?
We'll be into a final rematch.
Ledger going for the short kickoff again. And Devlin's got it. He's got to stay in the field of play. Good strength from him. In fact, it was Davis. Here's Yorka. Oh, and hit hard again as Matamu has been in the wars right the way through this game.
Pat Sipley coming off the bench with some more energy.
And Tavita trying to strip the ball out of the grasp there of that ball runner, Robbie Nathan. Here's Hannum again. What a workhorse he is. Kingy again. There's a kick from Locke. He's just to stay in the field of play. It's not a bad little kick. And there's Tuamavavi going back there. Oh, and he's tackled himself. Or was it Mr. Invisible up there, ankle tapping him? Tuamavavi. Here's Parsene. He's going nowhere this time.
Good effort again from the Bears here on their kick chase.
Tuamavavi with another carry for the Point Chev. Nathan Hannum in there making good tackles. Here's Solomona.
Good footwork close to the line there.
He's lost it. And a referee's just going to rule that one a loose carry. Well. Solomona.
I think he's a bit hard done by there looking at that replay. But that is what happens in footy. There's a few calls that sometimes just don't go your way. You've got to play your style and really just get that ball back.
Well, what a chance here now, Charlotte, with a full set, 35 metres out, middle of the field, and your opponent down a man. This is going to be interesting.
It is. I hope they play fast and they play with good shape.
Tuare gives it out to Keanu Devlin. Oh, Sipley goes high around Robbie Nathan. A careless tackle there from Pat Sipley. Thankfully, Nathan's okay. Gee, that could have been another sin bin easily, that one.
Definitely. It's a common mistake coming out of marker, is tackling a bit too high. All they need to do is a bit of footwork and your arm slides up a bit.
Well, Devlin. What an opportunity for the Bears here as Nathan tries again. He's a tough character, isn't he, Robbie Nathan?
He's running into a brick wall there.
Absolutely, a green brick wall. Here is Toure, the try scorer. Back comes Hannum on the inside. Oh, hit hard by Hipley. That was a good Shipley, rather. That was a good tackle. Kingi at dummy half again. Yoka gets Locke involved in the game. Brown has simple drop ball there for Chaz Brown. He'd be furious with himself.
I think a bit of miscommunication there on what the play was.
And now Solomona throws himself into the line. And it was Inu, desperate for the penalty, not getting it. Tuamavave. Slow to get to his feet on that occasion. Paeliki back out there now, the starting prop. But he's going nowhere. And now it is Tiava Asue for Point Chev. 5 metres inside their own half, and there's the kick from Fred Muller. And it's straight down the throat of Kevin Locke. No, it's Davis. He runs straight at Dylan Tavita. Oh, some tough D there from Tavita. Simply in there. Now Pascoe, there's no room for him there.
Great defence there from Point Chev Pirates.
Yeah, there has just been no space for this man as well, Mosese Fiamani, who's again a damaging ball runner. Here's Yoka lining up with a bit of space. Now Brown running at the defence, and it's lost by Davis. And away goes Va'akolo.
He will be hard to catch.
Well, he won't be caught.
There you go.
He won't be caught now. Well, he was denied a try in the first half, but he gets one right there. And that's what happens when you can make a mistake against Point Chev. They will punish you. Another try, it's 22-6.
Freedom Vahakolo just showing exactly why he's made the change to rugby league. Strong, fast and reactive.
Yeah, the Highlanders player played 3 games for them in 2021, and it just went array there, and it bounced beautifully for Vahakolo. First season at Point Chev after moving up from Otago. And interesting situation with his sister too, Caitlin, who of course played for the Kiwi Ferns at the World Cup last year. She moved to rugby during the summer and is now a Black Ferns player. And Freedom went the other way. He went from rugby to rugby league over the summer.
I do hope to get Caitlin Vahakolo back at some point. She was an absolute asset for us at the World Cup. But happy to have her brother instead. Hopefully we see him progress. He was training with the New South Wales Cup and has joined, obviously, the Point Chev Pirates.
Indeed. And there still could be opportunities for players like him this season. In the New South Wales Cup team, you just don't know.
Yeah, definitely, especially with obviously the injuries that the Warriors have been having and the movement that we've got between the 2 grades. Lots going on there.
Well, yeah, and young guys too. As we said, Tanner Stow-Smith, who captained the Warriors SG ball team this season, as we see Ledger miss the conversion. You know, he's on the interchange this weekend against the Bears in Sydney. They're struggling a little bit for a couple of players this week, so he gets a chance.
I'm really excited for Tanner as well. He works with us at the Warriors Community Foundation as one of our deliverers, passing on his knowledge and hopefully inspiring the next generation.
Yeah, great young prospect, isn't he?
Oh, he's a workhorse. I think they done a fitness test, Point Chev, and he was top. He beat everybody.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. And we're seeing a few of his teammates, of course, been playing in the Point Chev team, haven't we? Presley Siumanu seen some action today. We've got Siale Fiamani as well, who played all the games at centre for the SG Bull team. Former St. Peter's first 15 players, both of those guys. Fiamani has got an interesting future ahead of him too. Now here's Pailiki. And now we got Solomona out there now. Amarama Solomona.
Smothering defence there. Ooh.
Wow.
Bit of a forward pass. Yep, I did see that right. Bit of confusion there around the ruck about what was happening.
Yeah, Tuamavavi was just, I think, a little bit distracted there by Herman Santos, who just come onto the field for the Bears. And it ended up disrupting the Point Chev team a bit there, didn't it?
Yeah, it worked in the Bears' advantage for sure.
Well, 20 minutes to play. Clearly the Bears need to score next to have any chance in this game. Locke taken comfortably there by Sipley, drives him back. Locke did well to hold on to the ball in the end, didn't he?
He did. You don't really see that match up very often. Someone like Pat up against Locke on a first up hit up.
Tolson Caird it is now, playing the ball for the Bears. There's Nathan. They've worked hard in the middle of the field, those two players today. Yoka back on the inside. It's Fiamane. Here's a charge at the line. Will pop back to Kingy. In the end, Yoka's got it. And he might just have to take the tackle here, Kadia Yoka. The last play now for the Bears. Here goes the kick from Tuare. Beautifully gathered by Tuamavavi. And he could go all the way here. I'd back him now. Kingy can't get there. Chaz Brown doing his darndest, but Tuamavavi has scored in the corner. Wow, what a heartbreak there for the Bears. But Tuamavavi, he needed all his wheels to get there.
He's that type of player as well. I think it was him last year that opened up the game with a run very similar to that.
Yeah, you're right. Well, look, that's the goal line. So he's run 100 metres there.
Classy act.
And Brown, what a chase from him from the other side of the field. You can see Tuamavavi, he wants to go in there and then realise, whoops, I can't now.
Yeah.
So good effort from Chaz Brown.
Yeah, great effort from Chaz, and that will help his team really move forward and leading that way in those effort areas, which can really turn a game.
Well, Point Chev, 20 points clear now. Don't know if they feel 20 points better to me in this game, but that's how it is. It's all about executing, Charlotte, isn't it?
It is, and taking those little opportunities that are there. I actually thought they were going to shift the ball on that one. They had they were short on the short side, only 4 defenders defending that right-hand edge. Was hoping that the Bears would actually try and attack that, but not to go today, just the little cheeky kick.
Yes, indeed. And, well, we've got to remember, too, the last 2 tries that Point Chev have scored, Fahakolo and Tuamavavi now being off errors.
Yeah.
Well, even that one wasn't an error. It was just a kick that got gathered by Tuamavavi. So, you know, there's 8 points right there. Tough conversion attempt here for Ledger. Kicking into the wind. And he's not going to have the accuracy there. So score remains 26-6 to the defending champs. 5 tries to 1. Now for Point Chev, Sipley. The other Asue, Tavita, Faha Akolo and Tuamavavi have got the scores for Point Chev, and Tuare got the try for Glenora. Don't forget we have a second game coming up this evening. It's a women's game between Mount Albert and Otahu. You'll need to switch to Sky Sports Select. At the conclusion of this game, we'll have that one for you at 8 o'clock. Kicking off on Sky Sport Select. Mount Albert against Manurewa. as that rain really comes across again North Harbour Stadium. Now it's great that you're watching Wednesday Night League with us. We will be with you right the way through the season, all the way through to early August here on Wednesday nights, and then the grand final coming on August the 19th. And there's confirmation of our next game coming up for you on Sky Sports Select. Manurewa against Mount Albert. Point Chev looking for another try. Good tackle from Yorker. Was that a little nudge forward there off that Point Chev playing to Chaz Brown? Referee says no. Flat pass to Rapera. Back it goes to Vahakolo. Did well to get the kick through to Chaz Brown, who did well to field it. Good play all round there by both teams.
Yeah, I don't think Freedom Vahakolo saw that one coming. I don't know if he knew what the tackle count was. I think everybody over here heard his team yell out, "Kick it." So he done really well to be able to do that in contact.
There's Pascoe. Shown glimpses of his talent in this game. And now Santos takes the carry. Played in the second row, and last week's win, or loss rather, to Marist for the Bears. Sipley in there. Robbie Nathan felt that one. There goes Locke with the kick. Oh, that's come forward off Vahakolo and picked up by Yorker. So, fresh set for the Bears. And now Tolson Caird. Kingy waits at dummy half. Good tackle from Rapera. Worked really well in the middle of the field for Point Chev in this game. Caird with some ball playing here. Tuare already has one try in the game. Both teams may be fatiguing a touch with 13 minutes to play. Can the Bears capitalise? Good kick there from Yorker, but it's tidied up by Vahakolo. It's going to be another line dropout. Point Chev in no hurry to take this one. They'll just be looking to manage the game from here, Charlotte, I would suspect.
Yeah, and you can see Francis there really telling the boys to get up. You know, you can't sleep on a team like Glenora Bears. You've got to play the full 80 minutes, and as you can see, the Bears are still ready to go.
Pailiki in there making a tackle. There's Mosese Fiamani. Sets it up for the Bears again. Been in this position many times during the game. Just haven't been able to crack that Point Chev defence. Been hard yards for the Bears inside the 10 and the 20. Fiamani. That's Locke. Out it comes to Tuare. A little switchback, but again, a really good tackle. Initial contact made by White. Locke. Oh, he's going to have a dab, and Kevin Locke's over. There's those years of experience coming to fruition for Kevin Locke in his first game for Glenora after switching over from Northcote. It is 26-10.
You can see there Kevin Locke just has a little look up. Mark has already gone. There straight away, in and under, showing all his experience.
Yeah, he did well there, Kevin Locke. And not often you see Point Chev breached like that. In the end, it was all a little easy for Locke, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I think they'll be disappointed with that defensive effort, especially the back end of the game. Being a top quality side, they'll be hoping that they play good footy for the whole time.
So 26-10. Locke to try and convert his own try now. Played for a few clubs in the Auckland system down through the years, because he played at Point Chev for a little while too, didn't he?
Sure did.
And he's converted that try. 26 points to 12. So Locke 2 from 2 on the evening. Bears are going to be an interesting team, so it'll be hard for them to pick back, even though they are still 14 down with about 10 minutes to play. Going to be an interesting team this year if they get back to full strength. Of course, it's all about getting into the top 4 from here, Charlotte, isn't it? Got to get into the semi-finals.
Oh, another not short. Yeah, it was short again.
Not much Fiamani could do there. Here's another SG ball player that's getting a chance this evening for Point Chev. Played in the centres.
Both teams really wanting to experiment with their kicking options and playing what I would consider a little bit risky in this kind of weather. But I really enjoy it. It's good to watch, to be honest, and for them it's going to mean that their skill sets are a bit higher as they progress through this competition.
Nathan with that first carry. Yeah, it's been all short kicks really for Point Chev in particular right the way through the game.
Trying to make everything contestable, I think, and really putting that pressure on the team that gets the ball, the attacking team, to really catch it and make sure that they can hold on to it.
Brown taken right on the 10. Lock looking for a bit of space by the ruck again. No room from that time as Amai is out there now for Glenora. Wiramu Amai keeping it on the short side for Lock. Oh, he smashed there. He was thumped by Solomona. Amaramo. And now here is Yoko. He's found some space behind the try line, and Tuamavavi there to tidy up, but only just.
And I think I saw 4 Bears jerseys in and around that ball. I think just a little bit more urgency to have a dive at it, and they might have got it.
Great kick from Yoka again. I reckon if it had hit the post and bounced back, that would have been perfect for
the Bears.
For the Bears, yeah.
Definitely.
Pretty close. They're just going short again, is he? Shortish. Fiamani. Kingy at dummy half. Kier wrestling forward again. Is Fiamani, another carry from him. That's the post. That's a goal line right there. Yoka back to Amai. There's space there. Oh, Riramu Amai. It closed quickly. Kingy again. Here's Yoka. Kier looking for some gaps. Can't find any. Little dive at the line. And is that on the line? And referee says no, it's a handover. So Davis was close to scoring the Bears' third try.
Another good set there from the Bears, and I think this is the style that they should be playing. I'd love to see Kingy or whoever is playing at hooker just having a little bit more of a run, really engaging those defenders.
Well, the Bears are playing to the 80th minute. Good defence here, and very keen to force an error from Pat Sipley. Sipley got the first try now. White next man up. Paeliki. Point Chev using their big middle forwards to move the ball out to the 30 now. Good work from them. And Navaha Kolo. Both teams have defended pretty well in this game. There's the kick there from Inu. Bit of a wobbly old one, and it's Pascoe. Getting some heavy treatment there. Point Chev.
I think that was the captain, Francis Ledger, there getting a bit too aggressive in the eyes of the ref.
Just around the head there of Jesse Pascoe.
Welcome to Premier Football, Jesse.
Yeah. Yeah, it's his second game. He played in the centres for the Bears in that first qualifier against Papakura picked up a couple of players. They're going to be an interesting team this year. Papakura, Lewis Susamir is down playing there now.
Yeah, there has been a bit of movement in all the grades, to be fair. I really enjoy that. I like to see the teams wanting to strengthen themselves and make this competition just a little bit better.
Well, Papakura won the Fox Premiership a few years ago, didn't they?
Did.
So, yeah, it was. They've had their moments in the top grade. Good play there from Pasene, who enjoyed that one on Keanu Devlin.
I think he was asking if he's all right.
I don't know if he was. Lock. Here's Hannum. It was a way to stop it, wasn't it? Because that was actually looking fairly good down the short side for the Bears there.
It was. They definitely had the numbers.
Yoka. And there's Brown getting a penalty maybe. To a Mavavi, and then just gets the ball down. Another line dropout. Referee's not going to say Brown was taken out there. Chasing through. And Oli Tuamavavi just gets there in time with 5 minutes to play, 26-12. Don't forget at 8 o'clock we've got our next game for you on Sky Sport Select. It's a women's game between Mount Albert and Manurewa. Manurewa were first round losers, the defending champions though in the women's competition. Mount Albert back in the top division. After a couple of years out, they won against Otahuhu last weekend. So we're looking forward to that match coming up at 8 o'clock. And let's see if the Bears, who really have had the better of territory and possession all the way through the game, Charlotte, but just haven't quite utilised it as well as perhaps they might have.
Yeah, and I think with new players that comes with it, it can be a bit clunky at times as you're getting your combinations, your line running, your timing off each other. I think what they can take into this is how many repeated sets they've created going forward, and now they just need to sharpen up those few things in the good ball area and they'll be able to cross over.
Absolutely. The signs are encouraging for them. Hannum. Yoka, good hands from him. Trying to measure that kick again as Brown chases through. Ledger, again, a repeat set for the Bears. Good work from Fiamani, it was in fact, to get on that one for Point Chev.
Point Chev really showing how hard they defend their goal line though. And as you can see that the drop kicks have been getting longer and longer.
Yes, that's actually a good observation. Comes off Yorker's leg, so Amai get into it again. Taken strongly by Presley Siamanu for Point Chev. Another 18-year-old out there. Yoka skipping out of tackles, doing well. Was Santos. Lock. Good pass. Devlin's dropped it with the line right there. That was a try for all money for Keanu Devlin. We haven't seen too many offloads in the game, but that one was almost four-pointer. Should have been probably.
Yeah, that was so close. Really feel for the Bears in this play. I think that might have been Francis that kind of shoots out and makes that read. Puts a little bit more pressure on to create that mistake.
Oh, geez. Yes, Devlin catches that. Surely that's a try.
Yeah, it's a try any day of the week.
Well, Point Chev survive again to a Mavave. And this is what I've enjoyed about the Bears, their line speed when Point Chev are trying to bring it out of their own end. Shades of the Roosters and the Warriors last Sunday, isn't it, Charlotte? In a real grind this game. But the ball handling from Point Chev has been excellent. Oh, I just say that, and there's a little error from Sipley.
I was just about to say that. That's two for you.
Yeah, mate. That's pretty normal through a game. Well, Sipley a little disappointed.
Yeah, he will be. Just over a minute to go. Hopefully the Bears can cross again. Just give themselves a bit of a reward for all their efforts today.
Tell you what, though, if we're going to get games each Wednesday like this, Charlotte, I think we're going to be in for a very good season. It's been a good, hard club footy. As we see Chaz Brown looking to create something. Fiamani goes back, the young centre. 4-point Chev. He's taken on the 20. Brown just holding on a touch too long.
Interesting option there by Chaz Brown. I think he might have thought there was only 30 seconds on the clock.
Well, I think we all enjoy watching Chaz Brown play.
Oh, he's a weapon, isn't he? I wouldn't want to tackle that.
Yeah, on a dry day with the sun on his back, look out. So last play of the game is on us. And Tavita will end it. So point Chev start the season with a win in the Fox Memorial Premiership. They win the Stormont Shield, which is fought out each season at the start of the season between the two finalists from the previous year. So well done to Point Chev. They win this by 26 points to 12. 5 tries to 2 in the game. Sipley, Tiafa Asue, Tavita, Faha Akolo and Tuamavave for the Pirates. As we see a little bit of a chatter going on between a few of the lads at the end of the game. Tuare and Locke were the try scorers for Glenora. Both converted by Kevin Locke, and kicking for Point Chev, Francis Ledger with 3 goals in the game. 26 points to 12. We'll be back with some after-match reaction for you right after this.
Hello, my name is Dre.
Hello, my name's Tutiri Maipi.
My name's Johnny.
Connor Toto Purcell.
Telephone, my name is Morgan.
My name's Francis Ledger.
Hi there, my name is Justice Leo Seven. I play for the Bay Rascal Vikings.
I'm from the Glenora Bears.
Otahu Leopards.
Or Point Chev Pirates.
Manly East Hawks. Te Atasu Roosters.
I play for the Map Saints.
Why did I choose Glenora? Is because I recently moved out here about 4 years ago, and I've stuck with them throughout those 4 years. Strong club, known club. I want to win with the club, and that's most of the reasons why. The culture is lovely. Yeah, that's another reason why I want to stay. Culture, everyone's involved. There's a lot of community. If you ever come down to one of our games, yeah, big crowd, atmosphere is good. Makes you want to play.
It's a real family-oriented club where we've got little brothers and little cousins that all kind of related together. We all play, obviously, for the Bay, and then also most of us go to the same church fellowship together as well. So yeah, it's a real kind of family environment. So yeah,
I think it's just a culture and the people that we represent, and a lot of youth as well.
I love the passion and the pride that we play with. Yeah.
Probably the family vibes. I'm third generation at Otahu, so I just love the family environment of the club.
Been there since my junior grades, been there all my life, and yeah, now it's just home, and I'm born and bred Te Atatu, so yeah, now that's what keeps me going.
I've been at Point Chev for a couple of years now. I went there because of family, and I enjoy the club just because of the culture and just what the club brings, it gives to us boys.
All right, as the rain starts falling again at North Harbour Stadium, the Pirates beating the Bears in this Fox Memorial Premiership match here on Wednesday Night League by 26 points to 12. Should we check out the highlights of the game now for you? 5 tries to 2 it was. And Point Chev just executing just that little bit better as we see second half tries for you. Here's Kolo getting this one. Error made by the Bears out on that right edge, and Freedom Kolo pouncing on the try. That stretched the lead to 22-6. Good kick here from Ture and Tuamavave. This one really sealed it. He ran 100 metres to score this try, picked it up beautifully to the fullback, and away he went to score the 4th try, the final try, in fact, for Point Chev, the 5th and final try, right in the corner. And then this consolation try to Kevin Locke from dummy half, just catching the Point Chev defence napping a touch, and Locke. That followed the try to Ture that came earlier in the second half. So possession dominated by the Bears. In fact, it lengthened in that second half, but they were hampered by their completion rate and just didn't quite have the creativity inside the 20 that they were looking for. But still, an encouraging performance for Glenora, who've been going through plenty of injuries and disruptions earlier on in the season. Right, let's get to some after-match reaction. Charlotte Scanlon's made her way down on the field now.
Kia ora, Francis, and congratulations on your win. How do you feel the boys went today?
We went a little bit scrappy. We could have done a little bit better, but again, the conditions didn't do us too many favours. But again, there's no excuses when it comes to the conditions. We both played in it, so yeah, a little bit scrappy.
And I saw you were trying to do your short kicks quite a lot in the game, and is that a tactic that you had pre-planned?
With the wind blowing so hard towards us, that was our only way. We weren't going to get any distance with it, so we just said just put it up and just have a 50-50. Some of them came off and some of them didn't, so yeah, probably get told off when I get up the tunnel.
Fair enough. Every coach will be wondering what you were doing. Also, what have you got planned moving forward post this game? How are you guys going to improve to hopefully take the final out again for you?
Yeah, obviously we get a long break now, playing the Wednesday night game. We get the Saturday off, so we'll look forward to getting back together for training. Our discipline straight after our mistakes, so hopefully we can work on that over the 8 days or 10 days that we get off, and then come back the following Saturday and put it all together.
Nice, and we look forward to seeing you out here again. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, that was Francis Ledger.
Hey,
let's go to Philip Kenning.
Hey mate, how are you feeling post that game?
Yeah, not too bad. I think it's a bit of a shock to play on Wednesday night, but also to play the Premiers, and the short turnaround was tough. And I suppose, in all honesty, we had the real threat of not being able to field a team, tonight. So I did need to acknowledge the boys that really put their hand up to come and play with us. Today I thought we did well. The score isn't too bad.
Yeah, I thought you guys defensively done a really good job. You managed to create a lot of repeated sets. Is that something you've been working on in training?
Yeah, like I said, we chucked a lot of these boys in last night, so we had a good 30 minutes together. But a lot of them have played a lot of footy, so I think that played into our hands. We did struggle a little bit in good ball, I thought. But yeah, we got plenty of time to sort that out.
How good is it having the depth that you do have to bring some of these young players in?
Yeah, good. I mean, in the last 3 weeks we've butted in 12 debutants, which is hasn't happened for a long time. So they've had the opportunity to play some good footy, and we just scraped into Fox. So I'm happy that we came around with a decent result tonight.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how you go for the rest of the season, and good luck.
Thanks.
Good stuff. Philip Kingy there, the captain on the night for the Glenora Bears. Well, that wraps it up for our first game here on Wednesday Night League. Stand by for the second game kicking off in 10 minutes, and that's going to be on Sky Sports Select between Manurewa and Mount Albert. There's the Stormont Shield being presented to Francis
for the
Ledger,
Stormont Shield. How does it feel to have it back?
The Point Chev Pirates
to be honest,
for
we're just
tonight.
here for the 2 points, and like we said at training, whatever comes off, it's a bonus. So definitely this is a bonus. Obviously, it only gets played for once a year, so one trophy we get to have.
Thank you, Francis Ledger, and well said as he takes away the Stormont Shield for this season. So stand by. We'll be switching to Sky Sports Select for the women's game shortly between Manurewa and Mount Albert. Thanks for watching this game, though, between Point Chev and Glenora.
I will